There are many different reasons why Mexico is the ideal place to base yourself during the current and future global status quo. Today, we're going to introduce you to some of the practical concerns and considerations when investing in real estate in Mexico as a foreigner. There is no one-size-fits-all, cut-and-dried transaction when acquiring real estate in Mexico as a foreigner. Instead, there is a series of complicated legal structures that dictate how you can buy, what you can buy, where you can buy, etc. We're going to try to demystify some of those for you right now. Just walking down the street anywhere in Mexico, you'll inevitably come across handwritten signs advertising terrenos en venta, with a Sharpie scrawled number that you can call and get a hold of someone who would gladly sell you a parcel of their family's land for you to enjoy in perpetuity. Is it so simple? Yes and no. There are a number of considerations to take into account if you're looking for the cheapest possible deal, or a pie-in-the-sky deal that you found on the street talking to a cab driver or a restaurateur. A common example of this is when a foreigner purchases a parcel of land that belongs to an Ejido. The Mexican families who live and own the Ejido can sell you a piece of it, but you do not have legal title to this land and cannot transfer, sell, or in some cases even build on it. Imagine it as a form of the feudal land ownership system of the commons. For our initial consultation of the Mexican real estate acquisition process, we decided to go through a globally renowned brand operating right here in Chiapas. This week, we tapped Century 21 to show us 3 listings in the mountains surrounding San Cristobal de las Casas. We feel that working with such a globally renowned brand provides a level of legitimacy, accountability, and expediency that may not exist in some of the more under-the-table transactions that are apparently available here.
And can you tell me what's going on?
Okay, we're longtime paying residents. We retired here, and then about 2 months ago, this woman was put in place at the gate. She's just making life absolutely miserable. She actually told me I have 5 days to move out.
So this is our experience going to check out 3 properties this week here in San Cristobal de las Casas. Okay, property numero uno. Check out this view. First thing I noticed. This is the first property that we looked at, and to be honest, I had already written it off because the pictures online on the listing painted the impression of a very cold, dark, and barren landscape. As is often the case in Mexico, the map never matches the territory, and this in fact was by far the premier property out of the 3 that we looked at on this trip. This property is nearly 5 times the other 2 property sizes, coming in at around 1,100 square meters, which to translate to the rest of the non-metric system using Westerners out there is roughly equivalent to a 1/4 acre.
It's important to see what kind of ground there is, and it's all clay, which just means it's a little harder to dig into.
Property numero uno was a pleasant surprise. Check this view out behind us. Come on. Had no idea that we had such a view. And there's a natural little canyon, which in the rainy season, about 6 months of the year, turns into a natural river. So I foresee a swimming pool in our future. Una piscina de naturaleza. The second property that we went to look at is the cheapest by far of all the listings on the Century 21 website for the San Cristobal de las Casas area. However, when laying eyes upon it, it's pretty easy to see why this property is listed so cheap at $9,000 US for the clean title. Okay, property number 2. Property number 2. Don't really know what to do with it. It's just a bunch of trees and bushes on a hillside. Gets a lot of light though, that's always nice. Check this area out. Muy tranquilo. Wouldn't have to worry about the neighbors. We could throw raging parties here. Just kidding. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We're gonna come look at it now. The surrounding area is undeveloped, which is nice, and there are a number of flat areas. However, the property itself is a 10 meter by 20 meter parcel that is buried under all of this shrubbery on this hillside. Okay, third and final property we're going to be viewing today. I got a good feeling about this one.
Primero, del tronco que está allá a este. Y de ahí a donde está el segundo.
So that's the first one.
Y el otro que está hasta allá. ¿Lo alcanza a ver? Es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hasta el 6 que llega hasta allá.
The third and final property that we visited was perhaps the most interesting in that it was embedded in a community and was one of 6 parcels side by side. All of them are tiny at 10 meters by 20 meters. What do you think?
So it's a fairly small lot. It's only 200 square meters. It's 10 meters by 20. It has kind of a nice view, but it's small.
It's really small, but it's also embedded in a community. So there's water. We have access to water. They say it's 15,000 pesos a year to the community, which is under $1,000 a year. And there's light out here, which also I believe is courtesy of the community. And we met some really chill people here on the lot who are part of the community. And I asked them flat out how they felt about having gringos for neighbors. And he had a big laugh and he said, "We're very Pacifico, very chill, and we'd love to have you guys here. And if there's any construction that we want to do, they will build a house for us here." And of course, I only understood about 70% of what he was saying, so I'm gonna have to unpack that with our real estate agent, Rocio. But this looks like a pretty cool spot, I gotta say.
It is the coolest, I think. We're right next to the road, which is great, and it's already pretty flat. And I haven't looked at what the dirt is like yet, but there aren't really big rocks. There's only a few trees.
And I like that we're in a community. Like, there's a little hotel down the street. There's a couple of grocery stores, markets. It seems like it's habitable. Seems like there's a community aspect to living here. And of course, being flat and planular and right on the road is great. All right, I think we're ready to go.
I can't even get down to the dirt. It's all just like pine needles on top of pine needles on top of pine needles.
We just did that.
We're adults.
That was wild. That was like you're going to see a camp spot, except you might live there forever.
And spend a lot more than $20.
I just signed a bunch of documents too. Hopefully we didn't buy it already.
We don't have our credit card number yet.
This is an excellent time to invest in real estate in Mexico, where openness, quality of life, affordability, and tequila combine to create an unparalleled lifestyle opportunity for creative and audacious individuals. The soil quality and climate make it easy to grow abundant food, and the relaxed to non-existent zoning and permitting laws enable you to build what you want, how you want, and where you want, with few exceptions. We hope this video was informative, inspiring, and entertaining for you, and we are diligently working on more content helping to demystify the beautiful country of Mexico for our English-speaking audience. If you want up-to-date quality videos like this, please subscribe, share these videos, enable notifications, like, shower us with love emojis, drop a comment. Peace out, amigos.